Hello, and welcome to my QTP video tutorial, where I will be showing you how to use the print functionality that comes with HP's QuickTest Professional, or QTP. Now, as a reminder, to stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button above. The print functionality gives us the ability to output information during a test run in the form of comment lines that will appear in a new window entitled QuickTest Print Log. Print statements can display information from a number of sources. Some of the most common sources are hard-coded strings, variables, environment variables, and data table values. I have prepared several examples of how print statements can be used. As you'll see, they are very easy to use and can be very helpful while you're debugging your scripts. With that being said, let's get started. I'll be walking through the script that I have prepared, line by line. To run a test like this, hit the F11 key on your keyboard, and then click the OK button or hit the Enter key when presented with a run box. While running a test like this, you will need to hit the F11 key on your keyboard every time you're ready to move the script down to the next line. Now, the first print statement example that I've prepared for you is only going to output a hard-coded string value. As you can see, I've put the word hello and an exclamation point between two quotes. So I'll go ahead and hit the F11 key to move through this line. Now, as you can see, a new window has appeared, and I'll resize it so it'll be easier to view for you. As you can notice, the title of the window is QuickTest Print Log. In the top right corner of the window, you'll notice that you have the standard Windows controls. You can click to minimize, maximize, or close the window. Now, you'll notice the text in this window is the word hello with the exclamation point. Now, if we cross-reference that back down to the line of code that we just executed, you can see that there's the word print, which is the standard keyword that you need to type in whenever you want to use the print functionality. So it's this PRINT, and then whatever hard-coded text you want to display. In this instance, I use the word hello with an exclamation point. Now, the next example I'll show you, starting here at line 6 in my script, is now I'm going to use a combination of a hard-coded string value as well as a variable value. I've created a variable called first name, and I've assigned a value to that of John. Now, you'll notice in line 7 of my script, there's the word print, and then the hard-coded value of hello, then an ampersand. Now, the ampersand, you can type that in by holding down the Shift key on your keyboard and hitting the 7 key. After that, I've then put in the variable reference of first name. So what this is going to do is it's going to make a new print statement with the word hello, and then it will concatenate onto the end of that string the contents of the first name variable. In this instance, will be John. As you can see, the next line that appeared was the word hello, John. Now, the next example that I'll show you is on line 10 in my script. Now, in this instance, we're not using any hard-coded string value. The only value we're referencing is the variable. So I've started off the line with the word print, and then after that I've referenced the first name variable. So all I do is type the word print and then the variable name. So I'll go ahead and F11 through this step. Now you'll see the next value that popped up in the print log was the word John. Now that was because the variable first name had a value of John, as was set a few lines above. Now, the next example I'll show you, we will actually send out a new print statement. We will not have any hard-coded string value, but we will concatenate two variables together into one word. Now, as you can see on line 13, I've created one variable that I've called first word, and I've assigned a value of auto to that. I've created a second variable that I've called second word, and I've assigned the word mobile to that variable. You'll notice in line 15 on my script, I have a print statement, which again starts with the word print. And I then reference the first variable, then an ampersand, which again is Shift 7 on your keyboard, and then the second word variable. So what I'm looking to do is concatenate the contents of those two variables together into one word. So I'll go ahead and hit F11. As you can see in the print log entry that was just generated, you'll see the word automobile. So that worked successfully. We were able to concatenate the contents of those two variables together into one word. Now the next example I'll show you will begin on line 19 in my script. Now what I'm going to do here is actually perform a mathematical calculation on the same line that I'm creating the print statement. So I'm going to add together two numbers. The first variable that I've created, I've entitled first number, and I've assigned a value of 1 to that. On line 20, as you'll see, I've created a second variable that I've entitled second number, and I've assigned a value of 2 to that. On line 21 of the script, you'll see that I've started the statement with the word print, which is again our keyword that we're looking to use. And then I'll say take first number plus second number. Now, when we print out this statement, we're looking to add together 1, which is the first number variable value, to 2, which is the second number variable value. So we should see the number 3 once this print statement is executed. As you'll notice, the number 3 appeared. So what that shows is we're able to not only concatenate text strings together, but we're also able to do mathematical calculations on the same line as well. Now, the next example that I'll show you will be on line 25 in our script. Now, what I'm going to do here is to reference an environment variable as another source of where you can pull information from. I'm going to create an environment variable that I will call first name. I will assign a value of David to that environment variable. Now, in the print statement that I've created, I've hard-coded a text value of the word hello. I've then put in an ampersand, which is again Shift 7. I've then referenced the environment variable that we just created, which was first name, which has a value of David. So now, once I execute this print statement, you'll see in the print log, hello, David. So I'll go ahead and hit F11 so we can see that. As you'll notice in the print log, we've seen the words hello, David appear. Now the next example I'll show you will be on line 29 in my script. Now in this instance, we're going to reference the same environment variable that we created in the previous example. However, we're not using any hard-coded string values here. All we're doing is creating a print statement and referencing an environment variable. So I'll go ahead and hit F11 to move through that line. As you can see in the print log entry that was just made, you saw the word David appear. And again, all that is doing is referencing the environment variable that we created. Now the next example I'll show you will be on line 33 in my script. And that will again start off with the word print. I'll then put in a hard-coded string value of hello. I'll then place an ampersand, which is again Shift 7. I will then type in a command to pull a value in from one of the data tables within the data sheets at the bottom of the window. So in this instance, I've created a new column in the global data sheet. The new column is entitled First Name, and I've put a value of Larry into that cell value in the first row in the first name column. So I've referenced that here by putting in data table dot value and then first name, which is the column name in quotes, comma, and then DT global sheet so that I can reference the global data sheet. Now I'll go ahead and hit F11 to move through this line. As you'll see in the print log, we've had a new entry generated, and it reads as hello Larry. And again, that's pulling from the hard-coded string value that we created here for the word hello, and then concatenated the value out of the first name column in the global data sheet, which was the word Larry, And that's how we got hello Larry. Now the final example I'll show you is where we're going to send in a print statement only referencing the value in the data table. So if you'll notice, there's no hard-coded string value here, so we don't have the word hello. All we're doing is referencing the value in the data table that we had just been looking at in the previous example. So go ahead and hit the F11 key to move through that. And as you could have seen prior to the script finishing, it made an entry for Larry as the final entry there in the print statement. This now concludes our video where I've shown you how to use the print functionality by pulling information from several different data sources. Thank you, and I hope that you have a great day.